Hi! Fancy meeting you here in this little old place. Am I muted? This is Tish. I'm Tish. This is Echo Echo. Let me know if you can hear me or not, because the microphone was not plugged in when says I'm talking. Hello, Lisa. I'm gonna shout out Lisa. Lisa is a member. I'm gonna pause. I might pause members while I'm moving, but yeah. Okay. Oh, awesome. Now, Peter. We've had many muting debacles in our time. So, how are we? What's the haps? Um, hmm, not much going on really. Hey, pretty quiet. Pretty quiet. ah, anti-MLM scores the points. Was it us? I'd like to think it was. It's interesting because the what's it called? CEO, the CEO of Modere was Asma. Somebody remember the Justin Prince lawsuit and all the things that were exposed in that about Ozma getting good deals for her family. I'm just looking at yeah. Whoop, whoop. Fair, fair. Another one, but it's just do do boom boom. Indeed. Um, Ozma Ishak. Yeah, they had like special deals for her family. And I think everybody knew about it. What did they say about Justin? Justin Prince sued for sabotaging and crippling Modere. And that was probably because he had planned to do Make Wellness, you know? Um, is it still happening? Let me have a look. Modere lawsuit. Justin Prince. I don't know if they've settled or not. Because that's from October 2023. Oh, oh, it's on Instagram. Okay. What I might do is I might share my screen. How about I do that? Hello, Melody. So this is 9 months ago. I don't know if they've done a we are going to look at a video from Justin as well because he released a video yesterday about Modere. Of course, of course. So it looks like that they had the judge denied Modere's motion to strike my amend complaint. For those of you keeping score, this is what they've dismissed. The TRO dismissed, denied motion to strike. There you go. Okay, so sorry if you missed all that. It's probably teeny tiny on your screen, depending on what you're watching on. Um, Let me go to. So I'm gathering it may still be happening, and he may. So it's through like Princess Soup, Modere and parent company Z Capital have filed their complaint in a 4th District Court of Utah. Prince and his company JPBG LLC are listed as defendants. Mm. Who thinks that he was planning Make Wellness before this? Me. Because Scotty Hobbs was talking about how $100 million in research, is that what it was? So if you watch Julie Jo's latest edited video, I think, and that's where Julie Jo was saying, prove it, prove what you're saying. Where's the research? You can hear them say, Scotty Hobbs says like a few times, we spent $100 million on research and development. And I imagine that's what was happening at the time. Okay, let's have a look at this. This is, let me go a little bit bigger. What bigger? Also, so if we do get any Modere people on here, that really sucks. I don't think it's fair what they did to you without any warning. And I honestly don't think that the top leaders knew. I think they did in Rodan and Fields, but I don't think they did here because they had a conference around about a month ago in Texas, full conference, and then they closed up. Okay, so behind MLM, we love. If you can afford to support them financially, do it. Okay, Modere collapses, no notice to distributors. Modere's collapse. Earlier today, the company published a goodbye message on its website. It is understood that Modere distributors had no prior notice of the collapse. That said, the signs were there. Also, Erin is going to do a live on this on the 15th, and I would bet my bottom dollar that she has some good sources on that one, and it'll be a good watch. So, but like I think when this thing sort of happens, we like to sort of see what everybody's saying about it and like what little rabbit holes you can go down. Because I was looking for stuff for this stream yesterday. I got fed more stuff about it today on Facebook, so I've got a couple of interesting bits and pieces, and we've got a Melissa Collins in the wild. Don't we love Melissa Collins in the wild? Ooh, did I send that to Julie Jo? Let me see. I've got to send this it's Melissa Collins video to Julie Jo. What's happening? What's happening? What are you doing? Update on the house. The wonderful, amazing Vanessa went to look at a house for me yesterday. She is my Queen of Pentacles. I pulled this card the day before I asked her for a favor. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So keep my fingers crossed there. But if we don't find a place before then, we've got some contingency plans for the dogs until I do get a place. But starting to stress out. Also, I got defrauded maybe like a month and a half ago. Like some people sniped some money out of my card and I had to get a new card, blah, blah, blah. I'm getting a refund. Don't know how much. Don't know if it's the full amount, but that's great. Thank you, Bendigo Bank. Okay. Where was I up to? Oh, because I was thinking about Melissa Collins, and then I went to Julie Joe, and then I went unrelated, talked about my house hunting. Modere was a personal care MLM owned company owned by Z Capital Partners, a private equity firm owned by Capital Group LLC. Owned by. Modere was originally headed up by Robert Conley. Asma Ishaq replaced Conley in 2018, but bailed last year. Since Ishaq's departure, Modere has been under the leadership of Nate Fraser. Fraser was appointed Modere's president, COO, and executive chairman in December 2023. Fraser's appointment followed the termination of top Modere distributor Justin Prince. Hello, Alaskan Bee Tundra. Why did I say it like that? I don't know. Hello Twitch, hello TikTok also. And on TikTok, if I have any students who are like from my old school looking at my TikTok, go away. Like I'm left. I'm gone. Like why? Why? It's not interesting. Like how could this ever be interesting to like 14-year-olds? Go do something else. You know, like how boring and weird. Like who cares what your teachers are doing? Like anyway, can't roll my eyes hard enough. Including somebody who was a teacher at the school. Her kids were looking at my profile on TikTok. I'm gonna write her an email because I'm like, let's set some boundaries. Let's set some boundaries. Anyway, it's interesting because that makes me think that yeah, Gen Alpha go babe. Thank you. Yeah, I think these ones were even a little bit younger, or I suspect that like 15-year-olds are 14 and 15 anyway. Whether Modere would have collapsed had Prince not been terminated is debatable. I think it still would have collapsed. But as things played out, gives us a definitive moment. Modere went into decline. Modere did terminate business operations across Asia in 2018, but that's a bit too far back. Julie Joe she put into her stream yesterday whether what chat GPT was saying about why they closed, and it seemed like it was fairly, you could see it coming, you know what I mean? Prince's termination saw 2 lawsuits filed. In Modere's lawsuit, the company alleged Prince had sabotaged and crippled Modere from around August 2023. That's interesting. How can one person sabotage like an entire company? And wouldn't you say that like it's more than that? Anyway, like I'm thinking of Marina Simone, Bryn Lang, and Amber Duluth leaving as being quite a monumental time as well. Because I don't think Justin was terminated, so I'm not sure how much of his downline he took with him. But then again, like, look at how many people from Modere did join Make Wellness. I think in a Wes. Remember Wes? He's terrible. Where are we up to? It was a bit of an ironic turn of events given Modere was accused of corporate sabotage by Nurium in 2017. Oh, I don't know that one. Prince Wright would go on to launch Make Wellness, which at least early on was primarily made up of former Modere distributors. Sure was. And then they got a stack of Beachbody. A lot of Beachbody people went over there to Make Wellness. Was there any other company that had some? I'm trying to think. Not that I can think of. Um, as an aside, Make Wellness isn't doing well either. SimilarWeb tracked a near 50% reduction in Make Wellness website traffic from the US as of February 2025. Wow. Remember what Scotty Hobbs has been saying on he said it on the latest video with JJ, which is we're going to be in gyms and medical, like this is going to be everywhere. You better get on it now. 50% reduction in website traffic. It's not good, but buddy. Getting back to Modere, the company further declined in early 2024 with the departure of more top distributors. That's Bryn, Marina, Amber, Magal bitches. They are. Bryn especially. Bryn is the quintessential white woman MAGA supporter. She sucks. Okay. This resulted in Modere filing suit against the core enterprises owned Frequence after failing to secure an injunction. Modere dropped the case in July 2024. Modere appears to have limped along since until finally collapsing earlier today. While companies collapsing is part of business, it should be noted that up until as late as the end of February 2025, Modere was putting out misleading public statements. They had a fucking conference, like their yearly conference for 2025, which you can see in John Melton's thing here, SRC 2025. Okay, and this is from the 16th of March, less than a month ago. Ooh, that's a good point. If Make Wellness isn't doing well, I wonder where all the suddenly unemployed Modere reps will go. I wonder too. So here's John Melton at their conference, all right, less than a month ago. And this is what makes me think, I don't think he knew. I don't think he knew. And the video that Julie Joe reacted to at the second half of her live yesterday was called If I Had to Start Over from Scratch. And he wrote a comment on it himself. Oh, the irony of this video. So I don't know if no, that makes me think it's a little bit contrived now. Okay, anyway, this caption says, our new president, Nate Fraser, has made some incredible investments and major moves to help us level up in 2025 and many years to come. Many years to come. Beyond fired up and grateful for this next chapter with Modere. 3 rocket ships. Best income opportunity in the world, I'm sure it's meant to be, and only getting stronger. Girl, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. All right, I need to take a sip. I'm feeling like I got a bit of dry mouth happening. Sorry if you heard that. What are we drinking? I'm drinking Lakewood IV. All right. At a marketing event held in March 2025, that's a convention. It's more than a marketing event. Hello, Lady Midasaur. Welcome to, as Ava would say, welcome to the shit show. They were gassed up into believing Modere was getting stronger. I mean, look at the room. This a packed room of Modere people who just spent money on a convention, on all the things that go with convention, and a lot of people don't consider this. Flights, accommodation, extra food that's not provided, an outfit for all of the events, okay? A lot of people have team like get-togethers, which is another expense. You know, you might go to Top Golf or whatever. And then merch, mementos, new products. Okay. How many people went home with empty bank accounts, pumped about this business because they've been hyped up and indoctrinated, and then in less than a month the company fucking closes? How dare they? That is so unfair. I did see on, I think it was on TikTok. I think it was on Auntie MLM's account. Their convention was around about the 16th of March, I think was the closing. So it was about a month ago. Less than a month than this photo. And that was at the convention. Yeah, one of the TikTok people said, "Oh, it's not a yeah, thanks for laughing at us. We just lost our income earning thing. Terrible." It's like this is not about making distributors feel like shit, you know? Yeah, yeah, less than a month. Holy bait and switch indeed. This is about punishing the company and also making people realize that they do not have control over their business. It's not your business. It was Modere's business, and they just pulled the rug out from underneath you. That's not their fault, because less than a month ago they were being told that they were going to the moon. You know, this is so good. They announced, and I'll get to it, they announced new markets that were opening, despite the fact that they had been closing other markets. Anyway, I'll finish reading this and then we'll get to some more screenshots. As per February 27th, Modere press release announcing a new chief revenue officer hire. As Modere continues to expand its reach and accelerate growth, is this guy going to get a job in the Trump administration or regime, should I say? Because this is some gaslighting as fuck shit right here. Like, crazy. We're thrilled to welcome Catherine to our leadership board. Has she got a surname? It seems like when you're introducing. I love that. To our leadership team, said Nate Fraser, Modere president and chairman of the board. So this is on him. This is on this guy. He knew. He definitely knew. Going on to collapse a month and a half later, clearly Modere was neither in a state of expansion or accelerated growth. Yep. Watch what happens now. So you can Oh, today was supposed to be the state of the scam 2025, but then this happened tomorrow. Um, Watch what happens now. Leaders will go after all the under the table free cookies, taking deals left and right to start false momentum again. You cannot have momentum twice in any company unless you start completely over with a zeroed out database. So now the biggies will be offering select people dollars to do exactly what they did over there. Sean, he's on it. Consumers want integrity inside the company and products with integrity along with leadership. Without that, it's a prescription for disaster again. Did Modere have any leaders left though? The leaders all went to scam other victims at OneCoin, Amiga Pro, Validus, MetFi, Crowd1, Golden Way, and other scams. More lucratives. I have no, I might have heard of OneCoin and Amiga Pro. Uh, that picture is haunting because I've been a part of those events before. The leaders know the ship is sinking, but will put on happy faces to hopefully get people to go home and make sales. That's exactly right. There was, I've read things where people were in the middle of ordering. They were just about to submit orders, and the announcement came through. Look at my sauce bottle. What ketchup? We call it tomato sauce, okay? I don't want it in my fridge. Trust me, all around me, the house is like being packed up. It just hasn't changed much in this corner of the world. So I wonder how much they did make in this last month, because I think they definitely knew it was going to be closing before the, what's it called? The convention. Um, all right, let's have a look at some more screenshots. Let me get my Modere folder out. For some reason, I've spelt Modere with without an E on my thing on my computer, on my hard drive. Sort by date. That's what we want. All right, hang on. I'm getting there. Twelfth of the 4th. Okay, so I might have a look at the. Oh, that's Marina Simone. We'll have a look in a minute. But this is some of the John Melton. Now, John Melton, he's been with my dad. Has he been with my dad for? He said it took him 16 years to make millions, but he's been in for like 25 or something like that. He said he had one company that was closed down. I think that was Avocare. You know the one I mean. Then he was terminated, I think, and then my dad. He often claims to have invented ad tag message, which is just like that's such a simple concept. It's like if you said you invented forward somersaults, like it it just would happen naturally. No one invented it. It just happens. Yeah. He was really on that live. He said something about, like people don't want to like be weighing more. Uh, ask anybody who is suffering from a wasting disease. definitely don't want to be like losing weight. It was really weird, and he said the word fat about something, and it's like, and it was funny because Julie Joe was and I did the same thing. I was like kind of like drifting away, and then he said something about that fat person, and we both went, "What?" Because we had been distracted at that moment. Okay, this is what he said on the 2nd of April. Nothing screams scarcity more than the toxic behavior of bashing your former business partners who once supported you. Be better, not bitter. And look who liked it. Dougie Wood. Dougster, the big Doug. The D-O-U-G. Woo! BT Dubs, the Optavia had I don't know if it was a full conference. It's not, because conference time is in the summer, is when they usually have their conference. Well, American summer. Northern Hemisphere summer is when we have conventions, but Optavia had something called Awaken 2025. Not Awakened, just Awaken. Ooh, also, remember Awakened, right? And they had that chiropractor, Dr. Stephanie Rimka, and she was going out with, and she's awful. She's like conspiracy theory. The woo-woo health stuff, natural doctors, and so on. Really forthright. And she was going out with Chip McGill, and Chip McGill was one of the early people involved in Awakened. Well, they were together, and he actually passed away. So yeah, that was a little bit crazy. I saw he was in hospital at some point in time, but then I'm thinking that he was probably suffering from something, but they both believe in natural medicine, so he passed away. She was not, didn't seem to be in an MLM for a little while, but she is now. She's in Ryman, which is K Beauty MLM brand, but it's not actually Korean beauty, it's American based on Korean beauty products and ideas and makeup and things like that. So that's what Dr. Stephanie Rimka is doing now. Anyway, sorry, off the beaten track. I don't know if I have a video of this one. Yes. Oh, you can hear what I'm. Okay. So it says another suggestion is don't make assumptions that you even know who or what I'm talking about. Ooh. I am educating people in our profession as I always have and always will. If post upset you, maybe that's because you're doing exactly what I'm talking about. Lol. This is a businessman saying lol. Right, you're sharing what I would call common sense and great business practice with integrity. I find there to be that in short supply. I find some people's control of the English language to be in short supply. Just saying. In a lot of areas and professions, not just this one. And John Melton says truth because he must have understood what that rubbish meant. No, I do. It just wasn't well written. Always take the high road, my friends. God, he's sanctimonious. Again, if you have a problem with me calling out bad behavior in the MLM profession, you're probably following the wrong person. I'm always going to speak the truth and share what people need to hear. Don't like it? Don't care. No, you do care because you want to recruit people. So you absolutely do care. Um, all right. I don't know if we should look at too much more of this. 'cause we wanna get on with, like but, I mean, this is a week ago, and he's talking about, defending his, so this is the 7th of March. This is the opening day of their convention. Stoked to be opening up the convention tomorrow with this beauty. I'll bring the fire, she'll bring the humor as per usual. I don't think they knew. I honestly don't. Um, there's another one from the conference. That's the picture of the CEO. This is what they announced at the conference. Opening up Mexico and Dubai, baby. To say that people were not expecting this? Understatement. Absolute understatement. There's the full one. Oh, no, we'll come back to that one. This was the 9th of April. Yeah, you could say we are a product of the product. John, people don't usually say that as a positive. People usually say it because they have to sell it and you're the customer because the distributor is the customer. Yeah, pretends to be shocked. This is our Benjamin Button juice. Joints lubed. Oh, oh, that gave me the shivers. Ugh. Skin glowing, energy popping, popping. John Melton likes also to speak with AAVE, and it's not okay. You're white as white, my friend. Aging? Nah, we skipped that part. Did you tell your face about it? Because you do not look like you stopped aging. You don't look old, though, either. You just look like your age. And guess what? Aging is a privilege. So shut the fuck up. Indeed, William. Indeed. PSA, if you've been watching from the sidelines, we have a killer 48-hour flash sale. So, what's the date today? So, that was the 9th of April. 2 days, 11th of April is when the sale. Are they still going to fulfill those orders? Because I've heard that they've frozen pays. Oh, this is such a mess. My God. Stock up, glow up, and maybe stop creaking when you stand up. Got that one from ChatGPT, crying face. Hashtag Botox in a bottle, hashtag liquid gold. Oh, they're all things you drink too. Oh. Also, Tony Van Choi, she's coming for your ass for using glow up, I tell you. Don't forget we sorry, does this look like it's a little bit dirty? Because it's probably the chocolate trim. Ugh. Trim sounds like the worst thing in the whole world. Um, what was I gonna say? Damn it, it's gone. Um, 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 um. Okay, so Here we've got some reactions of them. Yeah, Botox in a bottle. Modere closing its doors without telling the field a damn thing. Gross AF. Every person there deserved better. Everyone. That's interesting. So Marina Simone was with Modere. I don't know how long she was there, but she was a top leader. She gave them the branding for the 5-day drop, and she was suing them, but I don't know. Maybe she was talking about suing them. I can't remember. But my guess was that they were going to say, well, you didn't specifically say we couldn't use this, like she was going along with the promotions. All right. What people have to say to here. They had no problem going after all of you, and wasting time and money trying to save face. Imagine if they poured that into their people from the start. This. I don't think that one made a difference. Yeah, exactly. The people on the bottom. Hang on, sorry. The people on the bottom are like, I bet they paid money, bought volume to qualify and get paid, and they're not going to get paid. At a time with so much economic uncertainty in the US, that's going to be devastating for some people. And once you start getting behind on your bills and things like that, it's so hard to catch back up. William, this we know. This we know. It's like when they talk about the natural GLP-1. It's like, bro, that's not how that works. All right, let's keep going with what Marina was. She had 292 comments. The best thing anyone can ever do, especially in direct sales networking industry, is to take control back by branding you. It puts you in the driver's seat and in control of that hitch. Big prayers for those affected. It's affected. And Christy X Ord said the wrong word on that one too. Even Australian Christy X Ord is trying to cash in on this. Sometimes the best blessings are led by divine intervention. Um, I don't think God had anything to do with my dad failing. That's definitely human error. Definitely. Nothing to do with God. Oh, whoops a daisy. Maybe you bankrupted them. Well, maybe their ego did. Oops. Exactly. Oh my gosh, just started seeing posts. I have been in networking for years. That's not what you're in. You're in network marketing. Networking is a completely different thing. And it's always surprising to me how many companies I've seen do this or change lanes in a moment's notice. Yeah, isn't it? Isn't it surprising? It's almost as if you don't have a business. It's almost as if you're a 1099 contractor uh who doesn't have any control over the company whatsoever. Um One reason I always love Kimberly Olsen's trainings on branding yourself, things will come and go, but you are the constant. Several streams of income as well. It's always nice to have nest egg or several. Prayers to everyone that just had the rug pulled out from under them. May you flourish in other avenues. Yeah, it's always nice to have a nest egg or several. What happened to the stock market this week? Were 401ks completely annihilated by the market manipulation? Yeah. There's a lot of people who have been affected by that. And now, like, if they ever were sitting on a nest egg, it's gone. So this on top of such uncertainty, and everybody's like going, "Oh, the stock market rallied." Yep, and it dropped again. And the other thing that is happening is that people are selling their Federal Reserve dollars, which is loans that they're making to America, and they're changing, like, I don't understand it completely, but it is a bad sign. And the tariffs that are still existing are going to cause inflation. Okay, Rob Sperry, he is, yeah, Trump's pump and dump. Rob Sperry, he during Tishmas, we did Your Sober Guide did a speech at Rob Sperry's like online event. And he's like an MLM coach, so he's kind of a scumbag. PE is just brutal. No heart, all numbers. What's PE? I don't understand what PE is. Dude, what? I'm with them still and just had an order process yesterday and just now got the email. Wow. She processed an order the day before? That's so shitty. Oh, Mama, I'm sorry for that. That's bullshit. I'm so sorry for you. That is bullshit. I agree. That's fucking bullshit. Like I said, this probably won't affect John Melton and those tippity top like people, but that person who just had something processed, it could be now she's like, okay, what meals am I going to skip for myself so that I can feed the kids or whatever? Disgusting. Um, yeah, terrible news, terrible way to let them know you deserve better. They'll find a better home and then their incomes will 10x. Yes, they will. Hey, Jeff, I know you're going to help your homies at Modere if they want to roll with an icon, that is. Predatory, disgusting. Tish, come on. Did you click on this? Hey, it's complicated, the decision that they have to make, but I think I know where they're gonna go. We'll all see very soon. They got some good folks over there. This is where they're gonna predict that they go to make wellness, I bet. People, even though I think Justin Prince is slimy, like he's good looking. He's always been able to get along because he is, suave. Yeah, but he does have people who are loyal to him. Uh, we'll keep going here. I don't know what to say. I'm hurt. Gross. Hope we get paid. I doubt it, babe. They timed it so no one would. It says the funds are frozen. Considering that what they did to you, not much of a surprise. They sued me for leaving last year. No, 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 nope. They didn't sue you for leaving, Marina Simone. Let's be honest here. If this is her post, but no, they sued you for cross recruiting, I'm sure. Oh my god, no, I was with anyways when it was real. I'm sorry to hear this. So some people have said like, oh, 23 years with the company, and they're like, no, it's not 23 years. It's more than that because They were called something different, and then they had to rebrand. What is this, a joke? I wish it was. It's worldwide, yes. Heart goes out to the entire field. Bree Richardson, remember her? Glad I left when I did. Is that it, Tish? No. Come on. Come on. What are you doing, mate? Shady per their usual. Per usual. What is crazy? Wow, this is so crazy. God knew something you didn't, and that's why he positioned you in a different position. Oh, my heart definitely goes out to those who are still in that company. This person is insinuating that Marina Simone was touched by God to move to another company so that they wouldn't have to go through this. What? So everybody else is just, God's just like, fuck you. You can say it, my dear. We're gonna push these others to a different company so that they aren't gonna get ripped off by my dear. But yeah, God's just like, no, we'll keep all this, the rest of the people, we'll keep them here. That's what, like, I'm agnostic, so I think there's some sort of higher power, but not like that. Like, it doesn't make sense. I'd say I'm shocked, but they had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming. They had it coming all along. They tanked that company and could care less about anyone except the handful at the top. Prove me wrong. How? How, Carly? They ruined MLM for me to the point if we'll never again. Oh, these people need to slow down when they're writing comments. Sorry, Lisa said, if the funds are frozen, it makes me wonder if a regulatory agent or their bank forced the shutdown. Absolutely. Absolutely. But still, if you're Modere corporate, wouldn't you be trying to like put it on somebody else? I was still with them, got an email this morning that my subscription was processing in 3 days, paid my yearly fee 3 weeks ago. Ridiculous, no heads up. That's not an accident that happened. I just heard, and it's poor business to not say anything beforehand. Sad that this happened to you and many, many others. Yeah, sorry. So what I was saying before is like, if they had a good excuse for closing down, wouldn't you use it so that you don't look bad? So you can say, oh, we love you so much, Modere people, but it's the bank's fault that we're in foreclosure. We had to declare bankruptcy because of XYZ. But they haven't done that. They haven't really pinpointed anything. So, yeah, that makes me think that perhaps that's not an issue. I don't know. And like, okay, I'm gonna stop reading Marina's. I think this is Bryn. God damn it, I can't remember what I was gonna say. Look at who's the first person to comment on Bryn's post. It's my friend Kristen Wyatt, and I wasn't aware that she was friends with Bryn. And we know Bryn is like number one MAGA white woman, so interesting. Okay, Bryn says Modere has officially closed its doors. I am so yeah, they could be under investigation, and then like uh because of the nature and the of the investigation, perhaps they have an NDA and they're not allowed to sort of like talk about it. Perhaps that's given them the benefit of the doubt, and they don't deserve that. But also, like, this way seems like a lot more cruel, you know? It would explain the suddenness of the failure and the funds being frozen. Well, also, no more products. You can't buy the products. They're not even going affiliate. It just gone, stopped, no more. So that makes me think that, like, perhaps it's connected to, like, product recall and things like that. Man, there's this kid who rides around on this teeny little motorbike, and he rides on the normal roads and never gets caught. Okay, I'm so sad for all of my friends still there. No warning, nothing. My heart hurts today. Does it? Does it? Okay. What does Kristen Louise Wyatt say? Oh, I missed her. It was so quick. And they aren't the only ones. Such a crazy time. Is he a bogan? I haven't heard him talk, and I think that that's kind of an essential with calling someone a bogan, because you gotta really put your nose in it, like get nasal. And oh my god, sorry, that's like in my eye. Oh, um, and you don't pronounce your consonants. You really draw out your vowels. All right, all right. Ye, 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 nah. Okay. So I have no idea if he's a bogan or not. And then somebody said, "Oh my gosh, who else closed?" There's quite a few that have closed. I've heard this said a few times. You need to build your own brand. Okay, bogan is somebody. The equivalent of a bogan is a oh, God damn it, what am I thinking of? Like somebody who is poor, um like a hick. Um oh, I can't remember the American word for it. What's wrong with me? A chav in the English language. Chav is that, and hillbilly, that's it. So it's kind of like a hillbilly. Like real common, kind of like not very smart. I'm Bogan royalty, but real sort of like working class and not very classy. And the reason why I say that I'm Bogan royalty is because at my sister's wedding, well, for starters, everybody in my family, yeah, redneck, yes, 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 yes. Um, everybody in my family, except for me, has had a fist fight with my dad. It's not as bad as it seems. And um, at my sister's wedding, the best man and the groomsman, like, and the husband, had a punch up, and then my sister ended up with blood on her wedding dress. It was just, just I'm laughing, even though it's like violent, and also Um, so I'm educated, so I can sound educated. But if there is like a situation that's going to kick off, I get bogan neck and I get real defensive, and I'm like, yeah, huh, huh? What did you say to me? Uh, my neighbor worked that out. Yeah, I know. When that happened, I'm like, I'm head out. That's what I did. I went home. Anyway, um, so back to this. This is why the building your own brand matters. There's been so many comments about that. And it's funny because I'm also hearing you have to be building one thing and putting your whole heart and soul into it. But then they'll say, oh, but you need multiple streams of income. And it's like, make up your fucking mind. All right, we'll see what else Bryn has. The people on Bryn's thing. Someone on their page brought up an interesting point. Why would they actively advertise their products yesterday and close their doors today? It makes people not want to trust online products again. This is bad for the business that they created. It would have been beneficial. I love that. Mhm. Mhm. Um I hope that all representatives are compensated for their work and that Modere does right by their now former customers. And this person says, oh, watch out, watch out. Yep. And I bet the anti-MLMers are just eating all this up too. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. Thank you. We are. We are eating it up. Oh, yes. And an email was sent by them, basically a buyout wasn't an option. They must have no money. They just must have no money. There's an anti-MLMer on TikTok talking about it now. Who was that? I think it was Auntie MLM. If the company were to ever come back, I guarantee that nobody will invest their time or money into them. It's sad that so many people who believed in this company got disappointed and deceived. I read all their assets were frozen today, hence the abrupt closure. I don't know if that's true or not. I think that's true. I think that's what happened. All right, come on, sisters. Wow, in shock and can't believe a certain person is already CEO with another company. That's Asma. That's Ozma. Ozma from Amare. And people are leaving that company too since she came there. You can message me which person and what company so I know to stay away. Never mind, I found it. It's Amare. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, it's Amare. They don't deserve that. They don't deserve that song. I'm sorry. I'd like to know what company to stay away from as well. Oh, all of them. Amanda, stay away from all of them. Every single one. There you go. Did it. We did it. Why are you paused so long here, Tish? Did you read this in real time? Google the CEO of Modere and then Google what company she is at now. Will do. Just say Amare. What's the... I only said Amare Global. Never heard of it. Uh, some are saying that they are being told a hacker did it. That is not true. That it's not true. But I don't know why a hacker would say they closed. Thanks, and we're out. It seems bizarre. Yeah, it does seem bizarre. It's insanely sad. People's livelihoods just ripped out underneath them, and I've heard there was no warning at all. Yeah, it is. It's terrible. Hang on. Seems all MLMs end up doing this and closing without any notice to their faithful team members. So sad. So sorry to hear this. Honesty, this is my first time hearing about this company. But as a network marketer, I feel devastated. I feel the devastating impact it has. This sucks. The only product that's actually helped me lose weight. Is that because trim makes you like not want to eat anything ever again? Condolences and prayers. I'm angry for them all. Pissed, actually. Thanks, Marina. Good job. Good addition. She's she's really doing well. Is that it, Tish? Is that it? All MLM is going bye-bye. Yeah, I wish. Wow. So terrible, so disgusting. That's freaking terrible. Oh well. No way. Karma WTF. Yeah, that's it. So that's Bryn. Um, so this person here, Modere is closing its doors, not going affiliate, not rebranding, completely closed. And while I was never with them, this still hits hard. Does it? Does it hit you hard? Yeah, because I think it hits them harder. I might swap. So this is a little bit bigger. Oh, is that bigger? Thank you for being here, everybody, and keeping me company while I read this. And oh, hang on, because I know so many people gave their everything to that company, their time, their energy, their hearts now gone. And sadly, this isn't the first time we've seen this happen in the MLM world, and it won't be the last. Yeah, there's going to be heaps more. Because we're not going anywhere. Woo! Technically, I am moving house. Like, let's go. Let's manifesting house. Oh, hello, Persephone. Um, Minnie actually is right here. Come on. Oh no, what did I do? Oh my. Sorry, my HDMI cable just ripped out. So I'll fix it up in a minute. Shalom. So if we don't find a place to stay next week, Minnie's gonna go and stay with my sister, one of my sisters, who loves her. Yeah, you will love staying with Zena. One of my sisters is called Zena. Um, hey, Minnie's the easiest one to sort of go and stay with people because everybody loves Minnie. Hey, Minnie. Hi, Minnie. And Minnie loves everyone. So she's the easiest one to get along with. And my sister has a dog called Vinny. So it'll be Vinny and Minnie. Yeah, sister will get. She might live with her for a little while. Depends on what we find. So, baby. All right. Oh, Frida jumped up there. You have to share. Frida jumped up while when I got Minnie. I just need to plug my extra screen back in because it got pulled out when I. Oh, damn it. Okay. What's happening? Did this accidentally all go out? Okay, hang on. Sorry, everyone. Let me sort this out. Here, talk amongst yourself. I love that. Yeah, no. And I said if she could have also our dearest one of the other two, which is either Murphy or Mabel. Then my mum was here yesterday helping my dad move. Um, where's the power gone for that? Yeah, I'm sorry. Did it pull out here or here? What's happening? Ow, Murphy! Stop! Your nails are too sharp. Go away. Oh my god, what is happening? The other screen isn't working. Sorry, we're having problems. Go away, Murphy. Murphy, you're hurting me. And oh, all right. Go away, buddy. All because I just wanted to pat Minnie. All right, I think I'm just gonna have to do it later because I can't work it out. All right, that just means I'm gonna have to change how I'm sharing things. Wilbur, shush, please. Wilbur's sooky at the moment. Okay, sorry everybody. We are trying to get repositioned here so that I can look through. That's what we want. Okay. I apologize for the hold up. What do we want? We want this. No, we want to redo that. Sorry. Hang on. I just need to tell Will to be quiet, but I don't want to yell into the microphone. That didn't help. Just FYI. Okay. We want, that's what we want. Okay, 11. Let's go here. So, this can go away as well. And while I was never with them, this still hits hard because I know so many people gave their everything to that company, their time, their energy, their hearts now gone. And sadly, this isn't the first time we've seen this happen in the MLM world, and it won't be the last. These stories are becoming all too common. This is why I chose high ticket. Who would have stopped reading at that? Me, because that's terrible. How dare this person do that? Like it's so gross. All right. Because I didn't want to build something on shaky ground, because I didn't want to pour myself into a structure that could change or disappear overnight. Because I saw how different the space really is. We're not an MLM. We don't start over at zero every month. We don't rely on team volume to get paid. Our bonuses are paid in full, and our commissions life-changing. We're not chasing ranks. We're building real freedom. Freedom that lasts. Freedom that's safe. We are different, and we are not going anywhere. If you ever felt uneasy or unsure in your current path, let this be your sign to explore something that's actually built to last. DM me safe, and I'll show you exactly what this is about. Ooh, brother. Ooh. This is so predatory. Disgusting. Let this be your sign that I am trying to take advantage of your emotional state at the moment, freaking out about where your future is going to come from. Right? Oh, so gross. So gross. I can't remember if this was connected to the next one, but that feels like an Enagic post, doesn't it? For our Enagic experts out there, it's definitely got Enagic on it. And here is another person. Lisa says, I don't know. Hang on. After 23 years, Modere shut its doors without warning. No heads up, no transition plan, just poof, gone. Thousands of people left scrambling, incomes wiped overnight, and dreams crushed in seconds. So poetic. Oh my god. You're just like describing this heartbreak and just it sounds beautiful. This is a harsh truth about traditional MLM structures. They are not built for long-term sustainability or true ownership. Oh, I'm sorry, what? Amway? Shackley? Herbalife? Even Enagic, 50 years? How many 20 plus year businesses are there? The business part of them is very usually pretty stable. It's the distributors that it's not so stable. If your livelihood can be taken away with one corporate decision, was it ever really yours? Ooh. The industry is shifting, the old model is dying, it's time for something different, something that puts you in control, where you own your business, not rent it. There is not a single MLM or MLM that thinks it's not an MLM where you own the business. Not a single one. Because families deserve more than a broken promise, broken promises, and disappearing paychecks. Feeling sad with Modere North America. This is the person who I was thinking of. Let's have a look at, because we're going to talk about, I'm a little girl, and what the hell? Have you been hacked, Clowntown? I do not know what you're talking about. Maybe you should erase that. I'm joking. This person says, so glad we aren't an MLM. No danger of shutdown here. Thanks, Martha. Thanks, Martha. Sorry, Clowntown, what is the message that is before having a look? Because it's kind of weird. I'm confused. It's like it's a voicemail that's gone wrong. So Martha Christie Bednarowski, she's here to rub it in. How disgusting. So this is the Modere announcement. So didn't even do affiliate like so many others are doing. Yeah, I wonder why. That's what makes me. Sorry. Wilbur is being silly. I just had to tell him nothing's happening. No one's going anywhere. Modere closes door. Yeah, that's what makes me think that there might be something with the what's it called? The God damn it. Regulations as well, because they couldn't even go affiliate. I know their leaders and sales teams have to be in total shock. I would be devastated, praying for all of them to land on their feet and to find a good, new, stable home. Okay, let's guess what Guess what company Martha is with? This is your first clue. So glad we aren't an MLM. No danger of shutdown here. Do we know? Do we know? Oh, what happened? Sorry, my hard drive just disconnected. What's happening? Sorry, I gotta tell Wilbur to be quiet again. Um, I should do what Erin does. Parenting. I'm parenting at the moment. Okay, do I want to have a guess of what company Martha is with? I can tell you once I work out how to add. We want to share screen. Wilbur. Maybe people don't know the wellness box. So she's with the American Wellness Box. What company is she with? Is it an MLM? It is my opinion that it's an MLM. She's with Melaleuca, and that's why this. Hang on. So glad we aren't an MLM. Yeah, sure. Sure, Martha. I think that was really gross. All right. So this is a top leader from Modere. I've never been so popular in my life. Is there a trophy for most recruitable employee? So people like this are going to bounce back because they are being headhunted, basically. And this was another person from there. I protected you once, and it was the best decision I've ever made. Now it's time to do it again for us, for our future. Let's move forward together. You're in an MLM. You're not going to save Princess Fiona from the dragon. Who do you think you are? That's so bizarre. For us, for our future. So bizarre. People who lose their job, like it's just not a normal reaction in any other position, like job. Okay, hang on. Oh, this is pretty gross too. Allison says, oh, hang on. There's one more that I want to look at from John Melton. He's already looking at a deal. Have I got it here? No, I haven't. Okay, hang on. I'm going to look at that one in a second. So John Melton is already trying to get a deal. And John Melton, he of bridge contracts, okay? So John Melton was responsible for quite a lot of bridge contracts in Modere, including, oh, that's a new one. Okay, hang on. I'm going to maybe share that screen as well. Where am I? Suzzles, everybody. I'm getting there, getting there. Share a screen. No, I want a tab. Let me see if I can do that there. Hang on. It's happening. It's happening. I swear. Entire screen. Firefox sharing indicator. God damn it. Okay. I don't think I can share it the way I'm doing it at the moment, but anyway. He said, show me a company where my best social sellers can make real money and earn daily pay and real residuals selling science-backed products. I'll need to see leaderboards too. So he's looking for a deal. He's looking for a bridge contract. And in the comments, it says, again, top seller leaderboards. Send me those. Nothing else matters. Comp plan? No, doesn't matter. Product? No, doesn't matter. He said science-backed products. This sounds like he wants to go to Make Wellness. He has 1.2k comments on this. Crazy. Somebody else has said, put on his wall, thinking of you and our incredible leaders. I'm with you wherever you go. Get out of this. Next one. This is a cult, absolute cult. Kimberly Keevil. And he was in JJ's video. He was talking about a husband and wife couple who just kicked off, and this is them. Totally loyal to you, John, and where you go, we go. We had 2 weeks building with you and got to see the real John Melton, and we'd never go anywhere else. Hashtag loyalty. That's a sickness. And the other person too says, thinking of you and our incredible leaders. I'm not thinking of the leaders. The leaders are going to be fine. Think of the fucking downline. Think of the bottom of the downline. That's gross. And then John Melton, 11 hours ago from now, I think it's time to start our own company. Really? You think now, when Modere just closed its doors, a company of 23 plus years, 23 is Modere, and then more years as New Ways or Anyways. I don't know what it was called, but it's spelled N-E Ways. You want to open a company now in this economy with tariffs? And I know that there's some talk about pharmaceuticals not being tariffed, but also that they are going to be tariffed. Well, pharmaceuticals, health products, things like that. And in the comments of this one, I'm sorry you can't see it. It's on John Melton's Facebook. It's all coming together very quickly. Interesting. I bet. Oh. It says, I know Ray Higdon just announced he's partnering up. Do it, John. I'll be the first in the line. Pray about it, and God is pulling you there. Ray? Where's Ray signed up with what? That's weird. What's he signing up with? Oh. Somebody suggested the top income earner in our company literally bought our company. Why is that not an option for you? It would save so many people from Modere. And John Melton said, honestly, it's infuriating that they didn't even consider that. There must be something more to it. There must be something more to it, you know? Uh, so interesting. I wonder if Terry LaCour's been on the phone. Terry LaCour loves opening new businesses, doesn't he now? Okay. So John saying I think it's time to start our new company. So we shall see on that one, hey? Do we want to watch Justin Prince's? Oh, let's just have a look at this one. I think it's really ick. Got the ick. Share screen. Okay. Allison says, my heart is so heavy right now. Over the past few months, I've watched companies close their doors one by one. Beachbody, Rodan Fields, Colour Street, and now Modere. There's more than that, Allison. Just like that, income's entire lives gone overnight. If you've ever built an online business, you know it becomes more than just a paycheck. Yeah, because it has to, because the paycheck isn't sufficient. It becomes your home, your safe space, your community, your pride. And how like easily is that taken away? And when it's ripped away, it's not just heartbreaking, it's paralyzing. Hey, stop. She's Minnie's wagging her tail and it is hitting something and it's loud. Hang on, I meant to check Ray. Thank you for saying that. Minnie, can you stop doing that, please? Minnie! So annoying. Oh, this person, now I really do want to share this. It says Ray Higdon. Wow, really? With no nothing, no context. We privately launched on Wednesday, obviously having no clue anything was up with Modere. Very sorry for what happened with you guys. Minnie is wagging her tail and it's hitting something. It's really annoying. I can't figure out what it is. Okay, hang on. Never in a million years did I think I would partner with Ray Higdon in building a virtual church. What? He's building a virtual church? The frig is going on? Okay, I need to see this. Yesterday, curious about what's really happening. Keep a close eye on Naples real estate. This session will equip you with timely data. What is he doing? He's doing something. Sorry, he is doing something. I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something. They launched on Wednesday. Yesterday. Oh my God. I'm going to get so angry at Minnie. He's building a church, a virtual church. I don't know. It'd be just nice if it was just like, I don't understand what's going on, but you know. I will have to come back to that because he's doing something. I'm so annoyed at Minnie right now because she is wagging her tail really loudly. Um, so maybe he's finally starting a ministry. Okay, sorry everyone. I went down a rabbit hole on that one. No details about what the company is called or what they sell. Yeah, okay, sorry. I was very distracted by that because uh I've been watching Ray and he's working with the Australian and Agic people at the moment. So okay, let's go back to Allison here. Uh To the hundreds of families who have poured their hearts and souls into building something beautiful, I see you, I feel you. And from the bottom of my heart, I am so, so sorry. Back in August, I felt something shifting too, a gut whisper that wouldn't quiet down. I knew the industry was changing fast, and I realized that if I didn't pivot, I could lose everything I'd worked so hard to build. So I said yes to something that felt wild at first, but ended up being the most grounded decision I've ever made. This place, it's different, completely different. Oh, here we go. The pitch. Oh, I'm so sorry about all these Modere people. I'm so sorry. But here's my pitch. Just because it comes with a picture that we're going to have a look at and some pretty words doesn't mean it's not as predatory as fuck. Um, it's different, completely different. The vision, the innovation, the compensation plan, the products, it's all been built with longevity in mind, not for a quick rise, but a stable future. 20 to 30 years from now, we'll still be standing. You can't guarantee that. That's the kind of foundation we have here. I'm not here to pitch. Yes, you fucking are. That's what this is. And you wouldn't have to say it if you didn't think that that's how people were going to interpret it. I'm here to offer love, a soft landing if you need one. Disgusting. Oh, hang on. So, if your world just got flipped upside down, if you're feeling lost or scared or angry or all of the above, just know my arms are open and you'll never have to walk it alone. You're not starting over. You're just beginning again with support systems and safety that you deserve. With all my love, Allison. Fuck you, Allison. Fuck you, Allison. And she said here, if your business just crumbled beneath you, I'm so sorry. My arms are open if you ever need a soft place to land. You're not starting over, you're beginning again. Gross. This person said, "Oh, it's so nice, blah blah blah." Um, all these companies have said the same thing about longevity, stability, vision, etc., and they are no longer here. I think saying it'll be standing in 20 to 30 years from now is a promise you don't know for sure you can keep. It's sad to see this happening to so many amazing people and families. Losing it all through an email is just insane. These companies that have shut down have all made these same promises even days before shutting down. Exactly. This person, in the last 6 months, some of the biggest names in the industry have collapsed, restructured, switched from MLM to affiliate, left thousands of distributors in limbo. The model is breaking, blah, blah, blah. But we're in the middle of a massive shift. And so what do we do? Like, blah, blah, blah. This is a next. Hang on, sorry. Final thought. I started this journey from a place of pain, but I kept going because I believed in the purpose. Isn't that interesting? I started this business from a place of pain. That describes everyone who's like recruited. If you keep reading this and feel shaken, lost, or unsure what's next, I want you to know this. There is a next. There is a next. It might look different to what you planned. It might also be more aligned, more freeing, and more you. Let's build smarter, serve stronger, and stay grounded on what really matters. Because I would like to recruit you. If my company ever shut down, I wouldn't want anyone making a public post about it. I saw that from a top leader this week, and respectfully, I couldn't disagree more. When everything you've built crumbles overnight, when your team is in tears and your income disappears with a mass email, the last thing you need is silence. You need community, you need leadership, you need to know you're not alone. If that were me, I'd pray someone posted, that someone showed up in public, not just in private, that someone cared enough to offer support solutions and even pitch me their opportunity. Okay, that's great, Steph, but that's not what everyone thinks. In fact, most people think it's really bad taste to start trying to recruit somebody that got fired yesterday. There's that someone cared enough to offer, not because they're pouncing, but because they see me, because they know what I'm capable of, and they refuse to let me go down with something I didn't control. That's not manipulation. That's leadership. You're bullshit. That, mm. The industry has been so bruised by scarcity that even help is met with suspicion. Yet this should be met with suspicion. You're trying to catch them like Pokemon. Like, you're trying to get the best top leaders. Of course. It's predatory as fuck. The truth is, if we built more community and less competition, more collaboration and less comparison, more support and less shade, maybe more companies would still be standing. No, because that's not what it's about. That's not why they failed. They didn't fail because they didn't have that. It's pure financial decisions. And maybe that's exactly why so many low ticket companies are falling apart, because they are. Oh, that's grimy. Built on performance, not purpose, volume, not vision, ego, not impact. So, yeah, let me be clear. Let me be clear. You think that you're writing the essay of a century, that it's so poignant and lovely, and people are just going to be signing up with you because you're showing your leadership. Actually, you're showing your ass as being like insensitive. So, if you ever see me in that kind of storm, I hope you post. I hope you reach out. I'd want people to check in, offer options, and yes, even pitch me. Why? Because that means they see my potential. This is her covering for pitching people. She wants to say, I see your potential. I see that you're brave, because they believe I still have something to offer. I think you have something to offer. That's what she's trying to say. That's so gross. Because in some small way, I might have made a difference in their life with something, because they give a damn. The whole don't talk about it publicly energy is just another form of scarcity disguised as etiquette. No, it's not. You're wrong. I'd want the loudest, most empowered, most heart led humans in this industry showing up for me. Again, that's just your point of view. Publicly, boldly, unapologetically. That is what this space was always meant to be. Not perfect, not polished, but human, and better when we build each other up. Up. I don't operate in scarcity. I don't fear someone else's success, and I don't believe in building on secrets. I believe in women and men who rise together, and I'm better than you era is over. This is the rise of the leader who holds the door open, who shares her mic, who posts louder when someone else's world goes quiet. This is the rise of leaders who empower others to rise to their potential. And I'm not here to win alone. I'm here to make sure we all do. Well, that's impossible with the business model. And I think this is in disgusting, poor, bad taste. If you want to be pitched, I think you might be the only one. It's not etiquette, it's empathy. It's giving people a chance to take stock, to breathe, to grieve. Yeah. And if you don't understand that, then you're not a good you're not a good leader, and you're not a good person. And that's just my opinion. All right. What is the time? I know Justin's statement is 10 minutes, so we can probably watch that if we want to have a look at that, and then we can skedaddle. Skedaddle or scoodaddle? Scoot-daddle? You know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. I think the next thing I'm going to cover is Optavia. Oh no, that's not what I want. Justin, I wonder, to me,
video and share with you.
bizarre. It's so bizarre that he decided to put out a video. So it's 10 minutes long. Like, so Justin, hang on. Um, okay. Justin used to be in Modere. He's the one who was sued and has been was involved in the lawsuit and is now the CEO of Make Wellness. And he's did bring some people from Modere into Make Wellness, and his son's in it. So Wes is in it. Scotty Hobbs is in it. It's got beta cock energy, you know. All right, let's listen to him. Let me know how the sound is, and I'll try and adjust it if I can.
Kind of my live, visceral reaction to hearing that Modere has now closed their doors and has officially gone out of business. And so I got a phone call, no kidding, just a few minutes ago, and a friend of mine's like, "Did you hear?" I go, "Hear what?" And they're like, Modere closed their doors and they're out of business. I was like, "No, dude, what are you talking about?" He's like, "No, for real." I'm like, "Are you serious?" And I was thinking to myself, "Is it April 1st?" He's like, "Does this April Fool's thing go all month, or is this just what are you talking?"
Why are you laughing? Are you are you uncomfortable about the emotion of this? Because everybody knows that it's like mid-April, right?
Talking about. And anyway, it was confirmed that they closed their doors. So I want to share with you guys kind of my honest, kind of candid, visceral feedback as I'm kind of processing through this. So, man, it's a lot of pain, a lot of sadness, a lot of joy too. The joy is those are some great memories. 11 of the best years of my life, And went there when I was 32 years old. It was actually a company called New Ways, which at the time was a 25 plus year old company. And I came in as part of this small little team to put together like this North America transition team, because the business had had a number of years of declining revenue, and we were kind of brought in as a little SWAT team. We were up on the 5th floor of this building, and I remember when he named it Modere, it was going to be either Modere or Current, current with an A, so like a current, like in a river. And we ultimately decided on Modere, and it meant like the mode of your life and dare to dream and modern. We're like kind of creating the word.
But that's not how it's spelled. Modere. It's spelled with Midere. If it was Modere, like daring, Dare. Do you know how to spell it? So funny that he also said they were a tactical team to do what? To save New Ways?
Word, put the line over the O. I remember when we created the compensation plan, we were, it was this whole idea of like how we're going to kind of change the way that people look at the compensation. I remember sitting in the room when we created the words social retail. I used to draw these arrows like this. I did like social shopping, like online shopping, and I did direct sales, and I had these arrows, and I'd do a big circle. Any of you that were with us in those early years, you remember this. I do this big circle, and I'm like, whatever this circle is, that's us. And that's what we're going to be, And I remember sitting in a room.
I don't understand what he's talking about. What? There was a circle and you're going to be in that circle?
After traveling the entire week, I had these early 4 a.m., 3:30 a.m. wake up calls. I was traveling all week doing these presentations, sitting in this room. It was on a Saturday. Instead of going home from the airport, I went right to the office, sitting there with kind of our little team. on the company side. You remember Bob Finnegan gets up and he goes, what if it's this? He writes down social retail. He's like, that's it, dude. That's the story. Like, that's what we're gonna run with. And I remember thinking we had $1 billion idea, and it wasn't $1 billion idea. It was a $2.5 billion idea, at least in the 11 years that I was there. You know,
Social retail. Is that the same as social selling? Like, are you kidding me? That's how you made money, by calling it social retail and not like recruiting thousands of distributors who bought the products. The way that they manipulate language, the cultiness of it, you know?
and we almost did kind of the impossible because we did a turnaround of an existing company, and then kind of like the startup launch of a brand new company. And man, I literally went all over the world for that business. No kidding. Like all throughout Asia, all throughout Europe, all throughout New Zealand, Australia, Japan, multiple times. All
Where'd you go in Australia? We need to go on. We need some sage. Get rid of his gross alpha energy. Alpha. His biceps can't fit on the screen. It's so like tight that his biceps are like so big that they're off the screen.
throughout the United States, Mexico, many different times. I mean, just we went all over the world for that business. And guys, I was 32 years old, and you know, it was just an amazing ride when we started that thing. And it was just, I even look back at those pictures. You're like, how did anyone follow us? We look like a bunch of kids, you know. And
I'm sorry, what? 32 isn't. No. 32 is not young. Like, not old either. Like, you're not. I would never consider anyone a kid at 32. Not even beyond 25, maybe. And it's no excuse. You guys knew what you were doing.
it was an amazing ride. You know, met some unbelievable people. In fact, when at our peak, at our when it was really cranking, God, we had something special. We had something freaking special. We had just this great culture, and it was just
How big did your bank account grow? Is that what's special? Were you able to pay for your big house and all of that? Yeah, it's so special to my bank account.
a great environment. It was just a cool thing going, you know. And so I have a lot of gratitude when I think back to it. But I also have today, I mean, just a ton of sadness, right? I mean, there's so many people that I still care about in that business. I haven't been with the business now for a year and a half, and the exit was a little unceremonial, you know, wasn't freaking awesome. And
You got sued? Is that what you're talking about? There was a lawsuit because you were probably trying to make wellness on the sly, and they found out. Is that what happened? Unceremonious is doing a lot of heavy lifting in that sentence.
it was pretty painful. In fact, it was the most painful thing I've ever been through my whole life. My folks getting divorced, but that's when I was 12, so I don't know if that counts. But man, that was a painful business time, you know. But I look back now, and just with a lot of love in my heart for all of the amazing people that I met, both in the field, these incredible kind of social marketers and entrepreneurs out there, sharing their story and so on, and then also all those wonderful employees, and worked with great employees, and I learned a lot from kind of the ownership teams as well. So it was a really incredible 11-year run, and I went to lunch. No kidding, I went to lunch yesterday with a buddy. When I say a buddy, that's a loose term. He's a friend from afar. He just moved down to southern Utah, so we went to lunch, and he's not on social anymore. And he said to me, he goes, so dude, how are things at Modere? I was like, yeah, you're not very caught up to the speed with my life, you know?
Not good. Not good. Let's just say that much. Imagine going to lunch with somebody and they don't even know where you work. Like if you were going to catch up or something like that.
He goes, how are things at Modere? He goes, you're like the face of Modere. And I said, well, great, dude. I go, had 11 amazing years there. It didn't end. It ended a little unceremonial, but you know, here we are. And but I was like, that was a great run. I mean, again, anytime in a decade period of your life you do billions of dollars in revenue, that's typically a pretty happy thing to look back on, you know. And so my heart goes out to all of my friends there. My heart goes out to our profession in a way, you know. I've had this happen to me before. My very first company. Now we switched business models, so they kind of got rid of the reps and kept the company in business. Where in this case, the company's just kind of like it's just over. You know, it's just over. But my heart goes out for all those employees that work so hard. My heart goes out for all of those, you know, social marketers that are out there sharing their story. It's chaotic when this happens. It's like all the sharks come out in the water. You know, it's like you have all these different people calling you, and it's you know, you have like your long lost uncle being like, "Yo, dude, what's up?" You know, and so it's a little chaotic.
It sure is. It sure is a little chaotic. Why would that be, Justin? Why? Why are you putting this video out? Hmm? Um, yeah. Um, I guess most of my friends are teachers or anti-MLM content creators. But then again, I'm not real sure what Val's doing for her part-time job at the moment. Who have I got here? Oh, I've got Fifi. Okay, hello. Hello, Fifi. Good girl. She's a good girl. You pretty girl. Stop it, please. Just chill out, man. He absolutely is one of the sharks.
I've helped a ton of people go through that, you know, where I was able to kind of help them guide them through how to handle it and how to reclaim their business and their life and so on. So my heart really goes out to them. But I look back with a ton of gratitude on that run. We did some.
Isn't he nice? He's so nice. He's really thinking about all those people. You know? Um, I bought like a Lego succulent set ages and ages ago. But then I got the Lego palm, the bamboo palm, and I did that. And I found some more of the Lego. But I've got another. I've got this one to make. Oh, you can't really see it. Can you see it there? It's too dark. Sorry. But I can't. I'm missing one of the bags of Lego. Too dark. But they've got some really nice, like, Japanese inspired Lego. I think they're Japanese anyway. Yeah. So I think this is just him. So, like, it's giving a permission structure to working with him. He was poison to Modere reps because he's not with Modere anymore. And his friend was right. He was the face of Modere for many years. And now people can say, oh, Justin, like I had a lot of professional respect for Justin, and I would like to work with him. Oh, I didn't even think of Sarah Robbins, actually. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know, wherever John Melton goes, he's going to have negotiated a bridge contract. That's his bread and butter. Um, oh God, this is a rough pause game. Um, but yeah, I think this is creating the permission structure for people to join Make Wellness. They don't have to ignore him anymore. They don't have to, he's not a pariah. Wilbur. Um, yeah, to join Make Wellness. I think that's what this is all about.
Super special things. And in fact, man, for a period there, for a number of year period, we were probably the fastest growing direct sales company in the world, and I specifically was probably the fastest growing team in all of direct sales, and it was an awesome run. We did some amazing things.
Heard that before.
And I feel like we moved, maybe I'm a little biased here, but I feel like we moved the discussion forward in direct sales in general, just meaning like we kind of moved the model forward a little bit with kind of that social retail concept. And so if you plug into this and you're, wanting me to like, do the I told you so or spike the football, it's just not, it's just not how I roll, man. It's not even how I process it.
Why are you mentioning that? It's just like the person before is like, this is not a pitch. I wasn't thinking that until he said it. What I was thinking is that you're virtue signaling so that people come and join your business.
There's too many good people. Do you know what I'm saying? Even if there's differences behind the scenes, there's too many good people that are actually out there sharing the message to have like any like gloat or this isn't how I process it. So when I even though the exit was unceremonial when it happened, I wish all those people well then too. I feel like there's two ways to build the tallest building in town. Do you know what I'm saying? Way number one is you can tear all the buildings down, and way number two is you can just go build the tallest building. And I didn't have any interest in tearing anybody down. I wanted them to continue to succeed. In fact, I poured so much of my life into it. This is part of where some of the sadness comes in today. Poured so much of your life into it. It's it's like being on a sports team. It's like, you don't want that sports team to collapse after you leave. You want it to like go win championships and be a great dynasty, And so that's part of the sadness, to see that that's now come to an end. But I'm focused on building the tallest building in town. I'm focused on the dreams and the future.
The Pinterest quotes. What can I say about this? Can I do it without cliches? Nope.
Future. I don't want to be one of those people that always talks about what I used to do. Like, dude, back in the day, back in high school, I could throw a football over a mountain. Like, no, I want to talk about where I'm going in the next year or the next 5.
Is that a lazy Napoleon Dynamite reference? I could throw a football over a mountain. I wouldn't have thought that he would be a Napoleon Dynamite fan. It's unusual. Loved Napoleon Dynamite. When I watched it for the first time, I had to convince other people it was funny because it was so dry. Yeah, if you know, you know. Yeah. Let's just say I think that all these people are pro
5 years, the next 10
that.
years, like just vision and dreams and passion. And so today's a day to look back, give a ton of gratitude, offer a ton of prayers for the people that are feeling like a lot of shock or vulnerability right now, both from the company side and from the field side, and celebrate a wonderful experience. Those 11 years were really, really fantastic. And then hopefully be a beacon of courage, because any of you listening that have been through that, I've been through it, and I had grown man tears rolling down my face. I was like 26, 27 years old. I was in a really precarious financial situation, back on credit cards, back on taxes, had to live with my pregnant wife and our two kids in the loft of my wife's parents' garage, picked up two part-time jobs. I mean, it was scary. It was freaking scary, and it was stressful.
Hey, Holly, we're almost finished here. Um, Interesting question you posed there. Yeah, okay. So why was it such a precarious situation? I've been in financial troubles, but not to the point of, well, maybe homelessness at the moment. But yeah, like it's so bizarre when you could just get a normal job that promises more stability, even if it's less money.
And so I'm hoping that this video also could offer, if you're in that kind of a situation where you're like, oh crap, what am I going to do with my life, and can I rebuild it, and do I have what it takes? Hopefully a little bit of encouragement. They're like, yeah, you got what it takes to go again. Like, you can pick yourself up and dust yourself off and go. Your best days can still be ahead of you. You can still go chase down. And that's even what's happened in these last year and a half since I departed from Modere's. I kind of had to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, pull out the rocks and gravel out of the wounds, and just be like, yo, I'm either going to lay here and bleed, or I'm going to get back on the horse and go again and see if I can, go have hope again. So praying for you, pulling for you. Sad day for our profession. Sad day for that business. Business did a lot of good in a lot of countries all over the world. And just my heart goes out to those reps. But at the same time, there is a lot of fond memories, a lot of really sweet memories, incredible experiences, unbelievable journey. And so that's my candid, visceral response. So God bless, and appreciate you guys for jumping on.
Uh, yeah. Well, I'm gonna wrap up anyway. So thanks. Good night, Lady Midasaur. Definitely, what a grifter. Oh no, Holly, I'm so sad. I'm not finding Napoleon Dynamite about too many teenage boys to find it funny. I was teaching. I remember it was like early in my career, and I showed it to as a class. Tots and pears. You gonna eat your tots? Uh, isn't he so nice? He's so nice, right? He's just the nicest guy. He just wishes us well for no reason. Just for the memes. Just for the good memories that he had. Yeah. It's not because he owns a multi-level marketing company and he can see the dollar signs as he regains all the reps that he once worked alongside. I don't know. And for those of you who missed it, um, the he John Melton was talking about making his own company or going somewhere with good science and a good leaderboards. Who's next? That's a good question. God, I hope it's my Nate. No, I hope more like something like Optavia because of the weight loss factor, or Amare because of the mental health. But I think they're pretty stable at the moment. I think you're probably right on the money on that one, Lisa. Definitely. All right. I'm gonna leave it there, everybody. Let's see if the dogs recognize the wrap up tone. It's so funny. I just can't even believe they know when I'm about to finish the stream, but they do. Yeah, we have the Manosphere stream tomorrow. Very excited. We had to postpone it because Julie Anderson's power went out. So crossing our fingers that we've got no technical difficulties tomorrow. if we do, we will sort it out. But the MLM Manosphere, which is interesting because there's a lot of men involved in Modere, like there's a lot of manosphere sort of guys involved in that. Yeah, so it should be fun. We always have a hoot with the clown tan, obviously, but also Julie Anderson is a hoot as well. And we love having her on. I think she was one of our first guests. I think she was our first guest actually on Sunday Roast because we did a Ray Ray. We did a Ray stream. Speaking of which, I need to check on what the fuck is he doing? Is he starting a church? Hmm. All right. Thanks everybody. If you can leave a like. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And if you could leave a little I don't know, comment in the comments, that'd be great. Thanks very much. And I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow. I love you. Tomorrow, you're only a day away. Bye.